Okay, so we figured since Adele can actually speak, it would probably be a good idea to get her on the podcast.
Aim low and avoid disappointment, 'cause being surprised shouldn't be rare.
For those people who don't know, one of the reasons I went to Portugal, but not really to Portugal itself, but I
What?
let me say that again.
Try again.
For those people who don't know, I went to Portugal with a stated intention to do something,
An unstated intention.
an unstated intention.
Not attention, intention. Okay, start again. Darren, tell us one of the reasons you went to Portugal.
So for those people who don't know,
Getting a Sintra flashback now.
so for those people who don't know, one of the unstated attention.
No, you're confused now.
Okay, I've got it. Here we go. For those people who don't know, one of the unstated intentions of me going to Portugal was to propose. And Adele didn't know about it at all.
That's why it was unstated.
Thank goodness I managed to keep it under wraps, which most people get applauded for. Because sometimes I heard that the fiancé to be finds out or has a suspicion. So, did you know?
Yeah, I was going to ask, did you have any idea, Adele?
No. To be very honest, I had no idea. On the trip. Before the trip, there were two moments where I thought. The first moment was when we were walking around in Lovisa. So as most girls will know, Lovisa is the place you go to get very nice jewelry
I did
at an
not know
affordable
that, so yeah.
price.
I also didn't know that.
So we were walking around, and that was the first time he actually asked me, so what's your ring size? So now I don't know my ring size. All I know is I can give him Lovisa's ring sizes, which goes from small to medium to large.
And Lovisa's ring sizes are the ones, they're important.
Yeah, because that correlates to actual ring size. But yeah, I basically bought a ring there. And when he asked the question there, the thought did come up into my mind and thinking, is he maybe thinking about it or planning it? And I think the second time it came up, I remember you told me once, you said you went to Mug and Bean with your mom and Daryl late on a Sunday afternoon. And I don't know why, but the thought came up to me that maybe, just maybe, you are busy buying a ring. But then in that moment,
Interesting.
I told myself, I said, I do not want to know, and I do not want to put the pressure on this Portugal trip. Because similar to this podcast, if you put your expectations very high, you are going to be disappointed, and then you might actually ruin a very great vacation.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to go in with the idea of maybe he will use this as an opportunity to propose. And I'm so glad I did, because I put it out of my mind and I didn't think of it again. So when the day actually came, I didn't expect it at all.
That's the best way to go into it. Because I'll tell you something interesting is that the moment you told me, Darren, that you were going to Portugal, I knew you were going to propose. Long before you told me about the plan and all of that.
Hectic.
I knew straight away when you said you're going to Portugal that you were going to do it.
So Adele doesn't know this, but some people here knew, okay? Obviously, her parents knew because I had to ask them, one. And two, I spoke to a select few people to tell them what I'm doing. So yeah, but you wanted to ask?
No, funny enough, actually, after we've told people we got engaged, a lot of them already said the moment they saw we were in Portugal,
Yeah.
they all
Just
thought,
made sense.
Yeah, he would propose.
Oh, there we go. Darren, you know what I mean? Aim low and avoid disappointment.
Okay.
No,
So I think that segues us into the story of the proposal.
that's true, yes. So the proposal happened on about the fourth day, I think it was. Third or fourth day.
Yes, it was on the Monday.
Oh, yes, that was the best part. Sorry to interrupt there, but you told me a specific day, and I messaged you to ask you how it went, but you'd actually done it the day before.
Yes.
And then you didn't know what I was talking about because I was so scared that Adele the slightest chance that Adele would be looking at your phone. So I didn't want to message and go, how did the proposal go? So I was just like, how was it? And you're like, what? And I'm like, dude, how did it go? And you're like, what are you talking? I'm like, how can you be this dumb?
I ask that question every day.
Wow.
And then you realize you're like, oh yeah, no, I did that yesterday. And I'm like, okay, so how was it?
Well, yeah, it was good. So basically what happened was, I'll tell you it from my perspective and then Adele can tell you it from hers. Okay, so the first thing that happened was, I had a plan in mind. Already before we left for Portugal, I asked my dad to look for places that could be good spots for a proposal. Okay, and he did a stellar job. Love my dad. I think Simone helped him. That's his partner.
I know she did.
Yeah. So she and him went and just sent me a bunch of locations, and I earmarked 2 that I thought were really good, and then my dad physically went out there and took videos and pictures of the place for me. Now, for those who don't know, Portugal is about the size of the Northwest province. From top to bottom, it's 6 hours, and from left to right, it's 2 hours to travel. So my dad literally drove quite far to one of the places just to do it. But I really appreciate him. Shout out, Dad. We'll get you on the podcast soon. And basically, he went and I earmarked one. It looked beautiful. It was at a hotel that's on a side of a cliff. Okay, it's called Ethos Hotel, and it looked beautiful. It just looked amazing. It's got it looks out at the ocean, and the sun sets right where you look out. And it's got this whole balcony section. I thought, oh, this will be great. You know, how beautiful will this be? So anyway, I tell him, go for it. Book us the things. He does all the stuff. Now he says to me, don't worry, my boy, about the price. This is about the day. And I go, Dad, please don't be stupid. This is just a proposal. Dad is not a person that wants a massive, crowd-driven spectacle. No, exactly. Doesn't want that. So anyway, I go, right, do this. He goes, it's booked. He sends me the things. Okay, so now, all the way through, okay, I'll go and get the ring beforehand, which shout out to my mom for helping. And basically, I have that in my bag. And I also was so scared, flashback to the airport, that through the whole scanning process of x-rays, something would come up and she would notice something.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that always scared me. I was like, I hope. No, I just kept her occupied, but she never ever looked at my bag when I went through. So thank goodness. So anyway, we go and we about. The 4th day, and I say to my dad, okay, now the reason we chose the 4th day is because the weather was bad through the first 3 days that we will be there. It was overcast and rainy, and it looked like, okay, at this place, which was north of Portugal. No, it was actually south of Portugal. Sorry, yeah. So it was south of Portugal, and it looked like it was going to be a very sunny day there, so we chose that day. So anyway, on that morning, the day before, we leave to go to the hotel, and we drive out there, and that's actually where we had one of our best meals. Was as we got into the town where the hotel was. It was an awesome place that we ate, and we go through to the hotel, and we get to the hotel, and on that day it was overcast and a bit drizzly, and we go and check this place out. Now, what we told Adele was that my dad, when he was back in South Africa sorting out some things, Simone did a hell of a lot of stuff around the house that they have there. And he felt like he really owed her just, spoiler, just to do something special for her. So I told Adele, and my dad kept going with this thing. He said, we're doing this for Simone. That's why we're there at the hotel, to do something really nice for her. So anyway, yes.
So now flashback.
Yes.
I actually realized how unobservant I was because we get to the hotel, and as you do, we go to the rooms, and then we go up after we went into our room, which was absolutely gorgeous. We went up with your dad and Simone to their room, and now we didn't actually physically go into their room, but I could automatically see it was smaller than ours. And then I was like, that's quite strange.
This is a treat for Simone, and they've got a worse room.
And even worse, the second thing we realized is that our room had a kettle and hers didn't have a kettle, and she
Is an avid coffee drinker.
avid coffee drinker early in the morning. And somehow this did not click with me because I was like, why do we have the better room? And I only realized this afterwards.
Okay.
Well, there we go. And we get there, and it's it's magnificent. It's like ridiculous. And I say, like, Adele's always like, wow, this is so nice. We're going to enjoy our time here, and let's go walking around the hotel. Now, I also say to that, let's just go and have a walk around the hotel, see the area. Now, I'm obviously doing that under the pretense of finding out where I'm going to do stuff and what's, the best place and so forth. So we go and walk around, and I immediately start noticing it's not as beautiful as the pictures. So I'm like, I'm a bit let down. I can see like the plants in the pictures were nice and green and lush, and now they're not as great, and it's a bit barren and bare where the deck is, where you look out over the
there goes
ocean.
our free trip to the hotel in Portugal.
Slating the hotel now.
No, I'm not saying, well, when they hear the true story, if they ever listen to this podcast, then yeah. but
However, if you're the photographer, stellar job. World class.
No, but I can concur. It wasn't bad.
yes.
It was a bit barren. It was a bit empty in a weird way because you're on a cliffside. So you can see the sea in front of you, but you don't actually see the edge of the cliff. And I think that was what kind of made it feel a little bit empty and a little bit further from the sea.
Yeah.
And took away a little bit of the beauty, if I can
Yes.
put it that way.
Well, there you go, hotel. If you want to move the cliff, get rid of that rubbish, make it more interesting, just change the whole landscape. Ridiculous. How dare you?
Yeah. Well, when you hear the price at the end, you might actually ask for that. So anyway, okay, I'm now my heart's kind of falling because I'm like, flip, I need to do this because we only kind of have one day of sun, and this isn't the place to do it. So we go through our day, we have a nice meal for supper, and I tell Adele I was going to go and help my dad sort out something with his computer. Now, she doesn't know this through this podcast, but I wasn't doing that. I was going to his room to chat to him and say, Dad, this isn't the place. Like, I've realized now it's not going to work the way I wanted it to. And I was heavy stressed. So anyway, I go to his room and chat about that, and him and Simone say, listen, Darren, tomorrow we're going to go to Sintra and a place called Cabo de Rock. And
Kabadarosh.
Cabo de Roche, yes. Thank you.
Once again, thank you for being on the podcast.
And they said they're both exceptionally beautiful. I'm sure we'll find a place there to do it. Now, Dill, I don't know about you, but we people who plan stuff, because in the industry that we are, in the film and television industry, you plan really like down to the T.
Except for this podcast.
Except for this podcast. Yeah, no, this one we just said bugger it.
Sit
we
down,
don't get
start.
yeah. So I had already planned everything for this hotel. And now I'm throwing this out the window, I'm just winging it. And I'm like, this is
Hang
the
on.
most stressful part of my life.
When you say you've planned things for the hotel, what do you mean?
Okay. So
Because this is important.
we obviously, when we booked at the hotel, my dad told them the whole story of what's going to happen. My son is coming from South Africa to propose to his then girlfriend at your hotel, and we need some help. And they, as the hotel staff, jump at this opportunity like it's the best thing to ever happen at the Ethos Hotel,
Which
in
is good.
Portugal. It is
Good.
good.
Shout out to the hotel.
Shout out to the hotel. I won't lie, they were amazing. They're so special. But these hotel staff, it's like it's their big day. So
Nice.
they went full on, and it was amazing. So they're already emailing me before we leave saying, Hi, Darren. Your dad has told us what you're wanting to do. Please let us know what you want. Oh, we can do flowers. We can do chocolates. We can do music. We can buy stuff for you.
Swiss
we can
Air,
do decor.
take note. Customer service.
Exactly.
But granted, this hotel was like first class.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So now I'm stressed. Now I go, what the hell am I going to do? I'm just going to have to just literally wing it and see what comes up the next day. Okay, so anyway, I go to sleep that night. I'm surprised I slept because I was so stressed. And
Okay, what were you stressed about?
well, a couple of things. Because A, is it going to be a nice place? Is this Cabo de Roche or Sintra? I've never been there. Is it
Okay.
going to have any place that I can propose? One. Number two, I'm stressed because Adele explicitly said to me, I do not want a proposal that is in the limelight with 1 million people there. I don't want it to be out in public.
Were you stressed that she would say no?
That's a funny thing. No, but because your mind works like it does, you always are overthinking it. And right in the back, deep, deep down, you go, but what happens if she does?
I've got to spend this whole holiday still.
Exactly. So it's all these things going through your head, and you're just like, well,
Because
you know.
I don't think anyone that knew had any doubts that she would say yes.
No, for sure, for sure. And everyone was so excited I got that. But when you, the person
for
getting
sure, I
down on
get
one
it,
knee,
yeah.
you know what I mean? It's nerve-wracking as hell. So anyway, we wake up the next morning, and it is probably the best day one of the best days we had in Portugal, full stop. You know, in terms of weather and just everything was awesome. So we go downstairs and we go for breakfast. Now, the hotel staff, first of all, I wanted to just let you know, are buzzing around like this is the day, and they, even just the way they greeted us at the thing, and I felt like just taking them aside and saying, guys, calm down, please.
To be honest, I noticed they were very, very happy and excited. But I automatically thought, well, I've never gone to a upper class, first class hotel. Maybe that's just how they are because they're getting paid the big bucks to be that way.
Customer service, take notes, I say.
Oh, no.
So anyway, I'm like, cool. Well, we go and have breakfast, and my dad kind of tells us where we're going. He says we're going to Sintra today and Cabo de Roche, and thank goodness it all turned out, perfect. He decided to go to Cabo de Roche first. And I was worried because Cabo de Roche and Sintra, Cabo de Roche is about 10 minutes away from basically Sintra.
What is it exactly? Is it a town?
No, it is the most western point of Europe. It is just like a rock outcrop with a lighthouse.
Oh, okay.
And so I didn't know this. I didn't know what the hell it was. So honestly, Dill, on the way there, I'm busy researching on my phone what I'm in for and what the sites and things and spaces are
Okay.
where I could potentially propose. So anyway, just to let you know, the night before, my dad said, listen, at Cabo de Roche, there's a lighthouse, but that's where everyone goes. And there's like a monument. But we're going to walk down the cliff and we're going to find a secluded spot for you.
Cool.
So I'm like, okay. So anyway, Dill, yes, I've been stressing my life for a couple of things, whether it was for work or for things in my life. But the closer we got to this place, I was dying.
Adele, did you notice that he was behaving a bit strange?
To be honest, looking back on it, once again, I don't think I was that observant. You were a bit unsettled. I remember the night before, but I thought, I don't know if I should mention this, you were having some stomach problems. So I don't know if that was the stress or the stomach problems causing that or which way around.
So, pro tip, get a stomach bug the night before your proposal so you avoid any suspicion. Just eat wheat.
But no, I didn't suspect anything in your behavior.
Awesome. Yes, winning. I'm like a ninja. Stealth. So anyway, I was dying and we arrived there. What?
Say that so casually.
yeah. Really, I was sweating. I was stressed so much. So I lost years of my life just driving to Cabo de Roche. So anyway, we get
But you're
there.
worth it, Adele. You are worth it.
100% worth it. Because I want to do it properly. So anyway, so we get there and we start walking out basically towards where the monument is. And I actually needed the bathroom. For side note. So So I go to the bathroom there, and you have to pay 50 cents. We also use cents there for the euro.
400 rand.
Yo, just go to the bathroom. I was like, it's like $15. Yes, I was bleak. Eh? So anyway, paid $50 to go to the bathroom, but I needed that. Otherwise, I don't think I would have made it to the proposal.
Thank you for letting us know that part, Darren. Very vital to the story.
So we walk out to the...
That's it. That's all we needed to know about the bathroom. You went to the bathroom and you really needed it. Thank you. Let's move on with the story. Great. Very, very important detail.
So we walk out to where the monument was, and it's got a nice rock outcrop, literally looking at the sea. And supposedly they say you can actually see the North American coast. Yeah, I know. It sounds weird, but if you read the things, you can't really. But a lot of people say you can, because remember, it's the westernmost point of Europe. So you're looking out over the Atlantic.
I don't believe
No,
that.
I
no.
can't substantiate these
No.
claims.
Okay, just go look on. Oh, geez, like now it's like you put.
Oh, Darren, the Earth flat. Is that what you're going to tell us next?
No, I'm just saying. They say you can. People say you can, but you can't. Okay, so anyway, I'm looking there and I'm like, okay, this is too busy. There's too many people here. This isn't the place I'm going to do it. Literally, there's hundreds of tourists there. So I'm just like, okay, no, this is a bad idea. And now I'm stressing even more because I'm like, geez, we're here at the first place. I need to find a place. If I don't find a place, we only have one more place we're going to today that I can do this. And then it's raining tomorrow. So I'm like, okay, cool. So my dad says to me, and I don't know if Adele heard that, but he's like, yeah, guys, maybe let's get away from here. Let's go and just walk along the cliff and see what we can see. So in my mind, I'm like, well done, Dad. I mean, subtle match. Yeah. So, yeah, but Adele still doesn't realize.
Yeah.
So,
guys, let's go over there where there's less people.
So yes, so I now start walking, and we walk to the left. That's basically like this rock outcrop that goes kind of all the way down to also a cliff, but it's this awesome, amazing. By the way, all the pictures are on social media if you follow me on Facebook, and you rock outcrop that looks out to the ocean, and the sun was so bright it was glistening off the top of the ocean, and basically there's just green hills that look like the Sound of Music to your left, and then just rocks looking just absolutely beautiful. And in my mind, I just knew. I was like, okay, this is where I'm doing it.
Nice.
Now, I have the ring in my little backpack that I have on. Okay, it's not even in my pocket or anything. So I'm thinking, how am I going to do this transition so Adele doesn't know, right? So I say to Adele, let's go walk down to the bottom because there's no one there. Now it's like a little rock outcrop literally on the edge. And she goes, Miller, maybe the reason no one's there is because we're not supposed to go down there.
So now that's the thing, because I mean, in South Africa, naturally, whenever we go to Cape Town, same type of landscape. There's always people walking to the edge or, going to a certain place. But for some reason here, nobody was walking down this pathway to the edge of this cliff. And now my first thing is what I'm thinking of is this is Europe. If people are not there, there's probably a reason they're not there. So that's what I was thinking. So the more he's pushing me to go down this, the more I'm like pulling back and saying, are we allowed to? Should we be going down here?
And the more she does that, the more I'm like, yes, we are. Let's go down there. Come on, man. You can do it. Because I'm just like, please, I need to get you down there. Otherwise I can't propose. And like I said, just before that, I said, right, I'm committing. Let's go. So, now it's like getting her down there. And the more we go down, Dill, the more she goes, are you sure we should be down? I'm like, yes, I'm sure.
Maybe I was just affirming in yourself. Are you sure you want to do this?
I love you. And we walk down, and I go, cool, let's take some pictures. And as we go down, we're taking pictures. I'm taking pictures of her. And then she goes, do you want me to take pictures of you? So I'm like, no, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. I'll take some pictures of you. And I keep, saying, let's go down further, a little bit further, a little bit further. And eventually we get down to where the rock outcrop is. We're sitting, and I realize. And then I go, what am I going to do to transition this ring out of my bag? So I say to her, okay, let me take some pictures of you. And she stands at the rock outcrop, so I take it with the sea behind her, and I take some pictures of her. And then I go, and she goes, do you want me to take some pictures of you? And I go, yes, please. And I hand her the phone. And as she grabs the phone, I really start just like fiddling with my bag a bit and getting the ring out. And I start moving the ring out of my bag, and I keep it in my hand, and I put it behind my back. Okay. So she starts climbing a little bit higher so she can get some good angles, because she's a great photographer.
There were some majestic big poses that you had in your pictures, Darren. I'll say that.
Exactly. So, but you'll see why now. So I start going, right. She starts taking pictures and I go, cool. Well, it's now or never. I have to do it. So I take the ring out and I start getting down on one knee. And I start noticing something. Adele is taking pictures of me still. So now the ring has come around my side. So it's there. I get down on one knee and I start lifting it up and she's still taking pictures.
How far away was she?
I would say about 2-3 meters.
Oh, no, so she's close.
She's
Okay.
close, yes, yeah. So I'm like, I'm concerned now because I'm like,
So
I'm
from,
waiting.
so from my perspective was I'm busy taking this photo, but what people don't see is right in the background is the ocean. And the sun is reflecting off of the ocean and it's literally beaming straight into my eyes. So as I'm taking this picture, I'm looking through the phone to take a picture of Darren. And then at one stage I see he was changing his position, but I thought he was lifting up his leg or he's trying some strange, I don't know, a Captain Morgan pose or something. So I'm smiling silly, like busy taking this photo, not noticing that he was bending down onto one knee. And it is only when I started coming out from the back of the phone that I changed the angle and the box then went over the ocean and I actually saw the shadow of the box. And only at that point did I realize that you were holding a box and you were down on one knee.
Virgil. Well, there's me going,
She's just ignoring this. Just like, I don't want to deal with this. Just I'm just going to pretend that's not there until you put it away.
That's exactly it. So anyway, the proposal happens and it was, I literally in my mind, I couldn't have, thought up a more perfect proposal. It all just came together, it was in the most perfect place. Obviously, she said yes. Yay.
Although I think I was so dumbfounded. I think at one stage, when I get surprised, I freeze.
Yeah.
And in that moment, I was just completely dumbfounded. I think at one stage I shook my head. But what I was actually saying is like, you don't even have to ask. But yes, I definitely said yes.
So there we go. It's confirmed. It's in the podcast. That must mean that it's true. So, but yeah, so I did that. It was so cute. There was a Italian couple up on the hill standing next to Simone. So Simone stayed up top. Now, we'll tell you what happened with my dad. It's a kind of a separate story. But so there's a couple of Italians that are a couple standing on top of the hill and they noticed that this has happened. And you just hear them going, congratulations, they're screaming down from the hill. And I look back, I'm like, oh, hey. And then, so it was quite cute. So now what happened during that whole time as we're going down the hill, and I'm telling Adele needs to come with, my dad is slowly following like a creepy stalker. And my dad is like you say, Dolls, he's about as subtle as a buffalo.
Your dad is not a small person.
He's not a small person. So he starts coming down this hill, but he starts like basically falling down the hill. You know what I mean? It's like sliding and slipping and like jumping. You just hear him coming down this hill. No, Adele, that should have been a massive sign, but it wasn't. It was like in your mind.
Okay, so just to give a little bit of context, I did turn around and see your dad come stumbling down the hill, which, should have raised something again, but as we established, are not very observant, A. And B, the previous day, or a few days ahead of that, we went to Obidos, and your dad at one stage climbed this hill up to go and take photos, and then you joined him. And I think that was the first thing that I referenced, was like, oh, your dad's just being adventurous. He wants to come and take pictures. So I think that also played out perfectly, where I didn't suspect a thing.
And he comes sliding down this hill, and lo and behold to us, he's recording a video. He just comes moving down this hill, but like full on, to the point where I thought he hurt himself, like he hurts his back or something. So anyway, and he gets it because he's trying to get there in time for me to go down on one knee. Anyway, he slides in there, and it's as he stopped that I realized now's my moment. And then I busted the ring out, I dropped down. Adele took forever to realize, and there's he's fully. But then he comes like right there doing the things, and obviously Adele and I completely forgot forgot about him at that stage. But he's the person who took the video.
Oh, that's amazing.
It was
stopped it in the middle.
Stopped it in the middle because he was falling down the hill, so his thumb hit the record button, and then he realized, thank goodness he did, that he hit it again.
Ew.
So you'll notice there's like a on our proposal video, there's like a literal piece as Adele says yes, that's gone, and that's
Yeah.
why we had to confirm it on the podcast.
I can just picture your dad doing exactly that. It's amazing.
Yeah, you know, it's just because you know him, it's like when I say that, you go, yeah, that's
Yeah.
Henny, yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
So,
Yes.
interesting thing. That was the first proposal.
Yes.
So, the funny thing is, as the proposal was done, we are now slowly walking up this hill. And this is now the first time I realized Portugal heat is not something to mess with, because it's the first day the sun's out and it really got hot very quickly. But as we're walking up the hill back up to Simone, I remember I said to you, I said, thank you, Miller, for not doing it publicly, because that's always just been one of my things. And lo and behold, he had something in store for me to make sure it was publicly.
I love my dad. He's like, right, I've done this. I'm going to go even further now. So he walks up to a busco there. There's an artist, a musician who's playing his guitar and singing. And he says to him, now we're still walking up the hill. Now, I don't know. My dad turned into
How
the 21
fast
years
is your dad? He's everywhere.
He turned into like the 21-year-old version of himself, and he sprinted up the hill in front of us and literally goes to the guy and says, these two my son just proposed to his fiance now, and can you do a song for them? So anyway, we're coming up the hill and we get to Simone and she gives us a hug and everyone's so excited and so forth. And we start walking back to where the monument is. And as we walk up there, we start hearing a song, which is in the video right at the end. That song was actually done because my dad asked him to sing it for us. And yeah, so we're sitting there and he starts singing. And then he says, Darren and Adele. And we're all like, oh, wow. And Adele's like, well, never mind, publicly.
So that I could still handle. That
But
was
then.
not, but then. Like the people were oblivious.
Yes.
It was just a song dedicated to us. Nobody was there when you asked the question.
Yes.
You know, it was nice and private. But then,
So, to guide us back,
Yes.
wonderful not viewers, listeners, you will remember that Darren's father communicated to the hotel that the proposal was happening. But now the proposal has not happened at the hotel.
So now we all excited and elated and stuff, and we just, you know, we're going on with our day and we're heading back to the hotel now. And I get this message from the hotel staff to say, Darren, just letting you know everything's set up and ready. The flowers are on the balcony. The music's playing. We've done all the stuff for you. And everyone's excited. And I go, oh my goodness.
so to give a bit of context as well, Simone said she had a video chat set up with her family.
With
remember?
her family, yes, yeah.
Yes, and it had to be specifically for what was it, 5:30?
Yes,
So we had to be back at the hotel at 5:30
yes.
for this video chat. And on the way back to the hotel, Darren is on his phone frantically typing. And I'm wondering what's going on.
And Adele keeps going, are you speaking to Adele? And I'm like, no.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not.
not that important.
And then I asked, is it work? And he said, yes, no, work. There's something that I need to help them with. So I was like, okay.
And he has me messaging the hotel staff, and they're just telling me how excited they are that the whole
What
kitchen
did you
staff is
what
ready.
did you say to them?
No, I didn't say anything. Now, I'm trying to soften the blow. No, I said to them previously, I said, I'll let them know what's going to happen with the
Nice.
proposal because today it might happen outside of the hotel. I even told them that. I did, and I've got the message. So do not, if you want, I can show it to you. Okay? So anyway, so I'm going back and I go, oh, thanks, guys. Maybe can you put the flowers in our room, maybe? Now, she messages me back and I can see she's disappointed. She's a bit bleak. She asks why. She said, I can do that for you. But we made such a nice presentation for you outside.
Now you feel bad.
Yeah, no, I feel bad. I go, oh, okay, no, sorry, don't worry. You can keep the flowers outside. So I'm like, oh my goodness. Now, I can't speak to my dad because it's me, Adele, Simone, and my dad in a car. So I can't say anything. I don't want Adele to know that this is what we actually did. So anyway, we get back to the hotel. Adele and I go back to our room, but my dad and Simone go and speak to them. Okay, and they are beyond excited. They are
Wait,
losing
when you
their
say
mind.
your dad and Simone go and speak to them, they didn't tell them
No.
it's already happened.
No one's told them.
Oh.
No one's told them that it's already happened.
Because I thought you were going to say, and they are bleak because they...
No. But my
Okay.
dad's also, he went there to go and talk to them to tell them that it's already
couldn't
happened.
do it.
But he couldn't do it because he felt so bad because they are ecstatic. But I'm talking about losing their mind. So I'm chilling in the room and I'm just thinking, what are we going to do? And I get this call from my dad. And my dad goes, my boy, I'm sorry to let you know, but you're going to have to do it again. And you're going to have to sell it. You're going to have to act professional. You're just going to have to do it again. Now, I haven't told Adele this. She doesn't know. She didn't even know it was supposed to be at the hotel. So now I'm like, oh my goodness. What do I do? So I get off the phone, I just look at Adele and I go, well, she's already said yes, so let's have fun with it. So I turn to her and I go, Angel, I just have to let you know, I was supposed to do the proposal here at the hotel. And the hotel staff have prepped everything for our proposal. That's already happened. We're going to have to do it again. So she takes the ring off her finger. We put it back in the ring box. I put it back in my pocket. And we go downstairs to do proposal number 2.
You should have just gone down there and just like literally walked in the middle and gone, here, look at this. And then you're like, yeah, cool. And then you both leave.
Shame. No, I couldn't do that. So anyway, we walked downstairs and Simone and my dad were like leading it. But I told my dad, okay, we're going to do it again. So we go down, we go to the bar, we have a couple of drinks. And Simone goes, yes, yeah, I've got to go up and do, and that was the cue. So that was the cue for me.
Okay.
I've got to go up and do my meeting. And I was like, okay. And then I said, Angel, do you want to go and look at the sunset? And she goes, yes. But she obviously knows we're doing this again.
Okay, but what are the hotel staff doing are they around?
Yes, they're buzzing around
Okay,
like
okay.
all over the place.
So
yeah.
they were setting this up for a sunset proposal.
Yes.
So that's why we had to wait a little bit, and they were setting up everything
Okay.
outside on this cliff view of the sunset. So I love this. So when it was ready, they said, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
So now Darren and I are walking down this, what do you call it?
It was literally like a
Like a pier, but
Yeah.
but over the land.
yes.
Yeah.
Great.
Pier over the land.
Right? I'm sure it's got a name.
A boardwalk.
A boardwalk,
little
yes. The
boardwalk,
boardwalk,
walking
yes.
to the edge where they've set up everything there. So now as we're walking down, I remember saying to Darren, and we're like slowly walking each other through this process. Like we're telling each other how we're going to act this out
We're literally
now.
talking, yeah.
We're like, okay, we're going to walk to the edge. And then we're like, okay, are we going to wait too long? And I'm like, no, Darren, they are watching and waiting for this to happen. I'm not going to sit here for a half an hour
Let's
before
just
we
get
do
it
this.
done.
Let's just
Yeah.
do it.
So I said to her, okay, what you're going to do is you're going to walk out to where the balcony area is by the cliff, and you're going to look out at the ocean.
I love how he's saying that's what he said. That's what I said.
Nice. That's why you're here.
I'm just saying.
And then she said, I'm going to go and stand there, and you're going to go walk back a bit, wait a couple of seconds, and then tell me to turn around, and you'll be there with the ring on one knee. Right, so I go, lekker. And we get there, I kind of forget the plan, so I start pouring us champagne. So I poured
Classic
champagne.
Darren.
Yeah, classic Darren. I'm just like, well, actually, because I'm a bad actor, I just need a bit of Dutch courage, a bit of alcohol to get me going. So rocked a bit of alcohol. I say, okay. And she walks out onto the balcony, looking over at the ocean. And I take a couple of steps backwards. I reach into my back pocket. I get down on one knee and I go, Angel. And she turns around and she does the best performance I've ever seen from my fiance. Ever. It's like Oscar
Already
winning.
your fiance at
Already
this
my
point.
fiance. She does this. She goes, oh my goodness. Her hands go up to her mouth. And she goes, oh my goodness. And she almost breaks out into tears. She looks at me and she just says yes. Now, we didn't know this, but Simone obviously doesn't go for a meeting.
Yeah.
She's standing with the hotel staff that have. Subsequently, since we've left and gone out to where the outcrop look thing place is, they're literally standing all at the windows, though, all of them.
Oh, wow.
All of the windows looking out at us doing this. So they're all standing there and she's standing with them. They're all speaking Portuguese. Now Simone
it's
can
awkward.
speak. It's heavy awkward. But Simone can speak Portuguese and she's standing with them. And all they said is, they just said, wow, she didn't even hesitate. And she was crying laughing because she was like, obviously this is the second time. She didn't even hesitate. And they were just so excited. They all just clapped and lost their minds.
You want to be really funny?
Yeah?
What if someone from the hotel saw the video you posted and go, that's not where that happened?
Well, if they listen to this podcast, they'll be like,
Oh, wow.
So anyway, we there, and then there's this girl, one of the hotel staff there. She's running around like a bee, taking pictures.
So,
Yeah.
if I can give a bit of context, as we're walking down this boardwalk, I can already see they've put out 2 chairs there for us with blankets and pillows. There's a nice fire going. And one of our favorite songs, they put a speaker there and they're busy playing our favorite song. So as we're walking out there, I'm like, wow, this is so romantic. And as we're looking out at the sunset, I'm seeing this white flash on my peripheral view. And I'm like, what's going on? Only to find out that they had a little, what do you call this, little snap scan?
A Pix.
Like a Polaroid.
A Polaroid.
Polaroid,
exactly.
yes. And she's busy taking pictures. So they literally, at the end, they gave me a gift, which was one of the most beautiful gifts. They took a Polaroid of the whole proposal from where he went down on his knee, where I said yes, where the ring went on my finger. They took a picture of each moment, and each one of the hotel staff wrote a beautiful message
Wow,
next to
that's
that
cool.
and gave that as a gift to me. But not just that. This one girl of the hotel staff, she was absolutely adorable. So the previous day when Darren was doing his scouting, we were walking on the same boardwalk. And at one stage we were just looking out over the sea and we hugged each other as we were looking out at the sunset, which wasn't a sunset because it was cloudy that day. Lo and behold, they also gave me another gift. And this gift was a picture of that day before as we were holding each other on the boardwalk.
That's so cool.
Framed. They framed it.
And
yeah.
they put it in a frame. And shame, this girl came to me all excited and she said, please don't think I'm a stalker. I saw you guys yesterday on the boardwalk and it was so beautiful and I took a picture of you guys. And she framed that picture for us as a gift. And I must say those 2 gifts together was one of the most beautiful gifts. That just added the cherry on the top of that
Yo,
day.
that's awesome.
Oh,
That's so special.
All I can say, Dill, is Ethos Hotel,
Winner.
winner.
Looks like rubbish, but no.
Not at all. Not at all. It literally made the day so special, and we wrote them an amazing note when we left the hotel that we took a picture of, and we also sent to them just so they had that, because they really went above and beyond, and I'd like to say a massive thank you to them, because even though we had to do it the second time, and sorry to them that they didn't know, they really just made it even more special than it already was. So yeah.
And to be honest, I think the first time when you proposed, I was so dumbfounded. I even told you I can't even remember half of the things that you said to me. So it kind of gave me like a second opportunity to have that moment. And now
It's
we've got a
actually quite
video
cool.
and photos. and it's an amazing story. It's our own story.
Exactly.
No one
that's our
injured
day.
themselves on the second round trying to get the pictures.
Shout out to my dad and his body,
Well, it sounds like your dad did a lot of work for this as well.
He did,
You're coming
yeah.
down the mountain, running back up the mountain.
And Simone, I would like to say a big thank you to Simone for all the effort that she put into that day and everything else in our Portugal trip, which you'll hear about on the next episode, because we've got part 3 coming.
I haven't got engaged, so I don't have a story to tell for this one. So that's going to bring us to the end.
Damn it, Dill. Jeez, I thought you were going to come with some epic thing that you haven't told us. And you say, well, actually, guys.
Jeez, that'll be awkward.
But yes, guys, thank you so much for joining us for this episode of the Aim Low podcast. And thank you to Adele for joining us, because
And she'll be joining us on the next one as well.
she will, 100%.
Yeah, a not so amazing guest will be back again.
I told you not to say that, Darren.
Well, don't worry, I have to live with it, you don't.
Cool. We'll see you guys on the next one.
We will. Aim low, and you'll never be disappointed.
I'm having the last word on this one.
Okay, Dill.
How about me?
Portugal and proposals, rough flights and early nights. These are some of the stories we've talked about on our podcast.
you made it this far.
She told me not to do it publicly, so guess what I did?
You did it publicly, didn't you?
Yes, I did. But that was the second time.
It was a perfect proposal. The sun was shining and the answer was yes, and my dad fell down the hill.
Don't you agree, Dol?
I wasn't there! Thank you so much for listening to episode 3 of our podcast. Make sure you follow and do all the things below and send it to all of your friends. I got the last word.
For more Portugal adventures, tune in for part 3 with Adele
That's me.
next week or whenever we release this.